He's a real general. How Trump chose Dan Caine as the U.S. military's top officer. Until Friday night, Dan Caine may not have been on Washington's radar. However, President Donald Trump's admiration for the retired three-star general, which led to his surprising selection as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, appears to trace back to their first meeting in Iraq in 2018. At the 2019 Conservative Political Action Conference, Trump recounted how Caine, then the deputy commander of a special operations task force fighting ISIS, told him that the militant group could be wiped out in just a week. Since then, Trump has repeatedly shared the story of how he met Caine, and his praise has only grown more effusive. In a statement on Wednesday in Miami, just 2 days before announcing Caine's nomination to return from retirement and become the U.S. military's most senior active duty officer, Trump posted on Truth Social, "He's a real general, not a TV general." If confirmed by the Senate, Caine will take the helm of a military still reeling from the upheavals of the Trump administration's first 30 days, including the abrupt dismissal of Air Force General C.Q. Brown as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Caine, a retired F-16 pilot, will be promoted to four-star general and then face the Senate's rigorous confirmation process to serve a 4-year term as the nation's top uniformed military officer. An unconventional choice, Caine's military career is far from the traditional path to becoming the president's top military advisor. Previous generals and admirals have typically held combat commands or led military service branches. Caine, however, did not rise through the ranks to such heights before retiring. According to Trump, Caine was overlooked for promotion by sleepy Joe Biden, whom Trump defeated in the November presidential campaign, but not anymore. Trump wrote on Truth Social, earlier this year, Caine shared on a podcast that he had wanted to follow in the footsteps of his father, a combat pilot, since he was a young man. "We started moving around when I was a kid. So I really felt like this was something I wanted to do, fly jets in the Air Force," Caine said. He graduated from the Virginia Military Institute in 1990 with a degree in arts and economics. With over 2,800 flight hours in the F-16, Caine was among the pilots tasked with defending Washington on September 11, 2001, when Al-Qaeda hijacked commercial jets and crashed them into the Pentagon and the World Trade Center in New York. Caine realized he might have to shoot down a plane if it crossed his path. In an article published on the CIA website, Caine, who also flew T-37 and T-38 aircraft, said, "We were very aware that if we made a mistake, if we got it wrong, if we missed someone and didn't fire, the consequences could be catastrophic." A diverse career, from 2005 onward, Caine held various roles in the Capitol, including serving as a special assistant to the Secretary of Agriculture and later as the Director of Counterterrorism Policy on the White House's Homeland Security Council. According to his official Air Force biography, Caine was a part-time member of the National Guard from 2009 to 2016 and a serial entrepreneur and investor. Before retiring late last year, he served as the Deputy Director for Military Affairs at the Central Intelligence Agency. However, it was his time in Iraq between 2018 and 2019 that caught Trump's attention. Caine will now face heightened scrutiny to ensure he remains apolitical, especially following the firing of four-star General Brown, which has raised concerns about the politicization of the military. Uniformed military officials are required to remain loyal to the U.S. Constitution and independent of any political party or movement. A senior U.S. military official who has worked with Caine for over a decade said Caine would strive to keep the military out of politics. Caine puts the mission and the troops above politics. "He's not a political guy," the official said. "The challenge ahead, how effectively Caine can insulate the military from politics, will largely depend on Trump, who has previously drawn the armed forces into partisan issues." Trump recounted that during their first meeting in Iraq, Caine was in a hangar where soldiers began wearing "Make America Great Again" hats. "They all put on the "Make America Great Again" hats. They weren't supposed to do that," Trump said in a speech last year. "I said, 'You're not supposed to do that. You know that.' They said, 'It's okay, sir.'" It doesn't matter. As Caine steps into this critical role, his ability to navigate the complex relationship between the military and politics will be tested, particularly under a president known for blurring those lines.